is Roger Gower. Roger Harvey has a birthday, and I had a birthday on the 29th of November, and Don McEwen, Janice had a birthday. Peter Ross has been married to Sally for 28 years. Lindsay Pope has been in the club for 5 years, and Alan Wooten has been in the club for 33 years. Brian McMath, Kay has a birthday on the 8th of December. Tomorrow, just in time, Brian. And Mark Isles and Ian McKenzie have got children's birthdays. Nicholas for Mark and Stuart for Ian McKenzie. My mother-in-law had a birthday as well, but we don't have that category. Maybe we should have a mother-in-law. So, President Brian, in encouraging members to attend the recent lunch, you advised us that you would be indicting 2 new members. I'd just like to remind you, President Brian, that bringing a charge against members is the job of the Sergeant. So please leave indictments to Sergeant Bill and myself. We're quite capable of doing that. Due to some talkative members and a series of absolutely great speakers, which continued again today, it was absolutely wonderful. There's a bit of catch-up in Sergeants. So we have to go back to the All Blacks Grand Slam and Scotland's victory over the Springboks. We didn't talk about that. At the end of the Grand Slam, the Irish and the Welsh were knocked off. So if you've got Irish or Welsh blood, you can pay up. Or if you've ever been to Ireland or Wales, or if you've ever kissed the Blarney Stone, or if you've had a pint of Guinness, if you've ever celebrated St. Patrick's Day, had a leak recently, Welsh done a deal, or told a story that began with an Irishman, a Scotsman, and an Englishman, or if you don't know what our John Graham has in common with Richie McCall, do you know that? They both play the bagpipes, correct? You don't have to play right everywhere. Now, on your feet, Mark Bennett. Not here. What a pity. We'll get him another time. Well, what would be a nice thing to do is get Yvonne Brownlee on her feet. Yvonne, are you there? I wonder if you could do for us, Yvonne, just a little pirouette, just that we can see who you are. No, you're not allowed to go home yet. Isn't that lovely? Well done. Thank you, Yvonne. Yvonne had a stunning article in the Herald, complete with a lovely photograph of Look Good, Feel Better, Yvonne, sharing her secrets about style, and including some fascinating information like what's in her handbag, how long it takes her to get ready in the morning. And yeah, right, I don't believe that at all. And fellas, in answer to the question, what is the one thing that absolutely everyone should have in their wardrobe? She says, a little black dress. Well, thank you, darling. The article concludes that Yvonne's life is all about style, and that's absolutely true, because lo and behold, we get an article in the Sunday Star Times with Yvonne in a little black dress at the book launch of the Dress Circle New Zealand Fashion since 1940. So not only are you a fashion icon, you're also a history icon, Yvonne. And as far as the Sergeant is concerned, that all adds up to a very fashionable amount. Thank you for that. The Barmy Army is back in town, fellas. They've dropped one of their songs, apparently, from the songbook. They used to sing 3 Aussie dollars to the pound, and find that 1.5 Aussie dollars doesn't quite do the thing. obviously the Poms in the club can't afford a fine, and we'll have to do it with the Aussies, who are doing a rain dance at the moment and hoping that rain will save them. Right. Prince William and Kate Middleton are engaged to be married. Apparently she calls him Big Willie, and I've absolutely no idea why. Anyway, we don't have any Big Willies in the club, at least not that I know about. So unless anyone wants to contradict me, we'll move rapidly on. We've got 3 Bills: Bill Bennett, Bill Strand, and Big Bill Maybe. Why did they call you that, Bill? Yeah, anyway. So they'll have to do. We don't have any Kates either, but Kay Eady and Kay McMath are pretty close, so that'll have to do. Actually, Prince William is known as Wills, so we'll have something from the lawyers. And Lindsay Pope. And if any of you have left your last instructions, you can pay as well. The Irish economy, fellas, is in a bit of trouble, as you know. And Pat and Mick were both laid off. So they went to the Irish equivalent of working income. When asked what his occupation was, Pat replied, knicker stitcher. So the clerk looked up knicker stitcher in her computer, and finding it classified as unskilled labour, she gave him €80 a week unemployment pay. Mick was next, and when asked what his occupation was, he said diesel fitter. Diesel fitter, according to the computer, was a skilled job, and so the clerk gave him €160 a week. When Pat found out that Mick had got double the amount of unemployment benefit that he did, he stormed back into the office, demanded an explanation. Well, the clerk explained, knicker stitchers were unskilled and diesel fitters were skilled. What, says Pat? I sew the elastic onto the knickers. Mick puts them over his head and said, yep, diesel fitter.